Have you ever finished a dungeon or gone to some far off corner of the world only to find you can't leave because your Hearthstone is on cooldown? We'll never let that happen again by grabbing additional teleportation items like the ones I'll cover in this video. I'll cover items that are available to every class, so this is not a comprehensive list of every teleporting item in the game. There are a lot of them, and I don't want this video to be an hour long. While most of us know about the three main Hearthstones, I wanted to explain how to quickly get the Dalaran and Garrison Hearthstones for newer players. If you're leveling a new character, one of the first things I do when I get to my capital city is talk with Chromie, select the Legion campaign, skip the intro quest line, and end up in Dalaran to get the Hearthstone. This way I can use the Dalaran Hearthstone to get back to my capital city, and I'm free to set my normal Hearthstone to wherever I am questing. You can do something similar for the Garrison Hearthstone in the Warlords of Draenor campaign, except you need to complete a few quests to establish your garrison first. The alternative item that will teleport you to your garrison is the Admiral's Compass, which puts you at your shipyard once you have that established. This can take a while if you're a brand new player, since you'll need to gather enough resources to build your shipyard, wait for the construction timers, and then you'll need to complete 50 naval missions for the achievement Seaman. Moving on, next, if you're in a guild, you'll have access to the teleportation cloaks that will take you to your capital city and are available from the guild vendors. The epic quality cloak with the 2-hour cooldown is obtainable with the guild achievement Master Crafter and requires your guild to craft 500 epic items. The cloak with the 8-hour cooldown is much easier to get and requires the guild achievement A Class Act, which your guild will get if it has a max level of each class in it. Next on the list are the Dalaran Teleport Rings. There is a ring for the Wrath of Lich King and Legion versions of Dalaran. While easy to get, the price might be high for newer players. The Wrath ring has a base price of 8,500 gold, while the Legion ring comes in at a whopping 250,000 gold, which I personally can't justify buying since I already got a free Hearthstone that takes me to Dalaran. The next few items will require a bit of reputation or quest grinding to get. First up is the Argent Crusade's Tabard. This can be bought from the Argent Crusade Quartermaster in the northeast area of Icecrown at the Argent Tournament Grounds. It doesn't require rep, but it does cost 50 champion seals that you get from completing daily quests from the tournament, so brush up on your jousting skills if you want this item. This tabard is worth getting if you plan on also grinding out all the mounts available from the different faction vendors, as it will greatly reduce travel time to complete the dailies. The next item is also a tabard that teleports you to Tabard. You'll need to grind to Honored with either Hellscream's Reach for the Horde or Baradin's Wardens for Alliance. Once you have the rep, then the tabard will cost 40 Tabard commendations that you can get from the daily quests in the zone. Another reputation locked item is the Time Lost Artifact, which is a trinket you can buy from Mistweaver Ku in the Timeless Isles. The trinket requires Honored with Emperor Shaohao and 7,500 Timeless coins, which are dropped by pretty much everything on the island and rewarded when completing quests. The Timeless Isles is a long flight path, and if you want to farm up all the toys, pets, and mounts on the island, then this trinket will help you save a good chunk of time getting you there. Grinding to revered reputation with your side's main Warlords of Draenor faction, which is Frostwolves for the Horde and Council of Exarchs for Alliance, allows you to purchase an item that teleports you to either Bladespire Fortress for Horde or Path of Light for Alliance. I can't think of too many reasons why you'd want to go to these locations, but it's there just in case. There are also rings that teleport you to your faction's Brawler Guild Arena. It's sort of a faction grind in that you need to achieve rank 4 in the Brawler Arena in order to purchase it. The Brawler's Guild is not currently available, however, so you'll need to be rank 4 already to buy it until it is brought back. If you talk to one of the guards, it says there are big plans in the works. Hopefully Blizzard brings it back sometime soon. It would help give people something to do during the slower times between patches. The last items in the grinding category are the BFA rings that teleport you to either Borealis or Jazaralor. To purchase these rings will require 300 service medals from your corresponding BFA PVP faction. The service medals are mainly obtained through Warfront dailies and the quests obtained at the Warfront table. It could take up to a couple months to farm enough service medals for the ring. The next category of teleport items I'll cover require completing a quest line. First up is the Violet Seal of the Grand Magus Ring that allows you to teleport to Karazhan every 4 hours. To start the chain of quests to obtain this ring, talk with the NPCs in front of the Karazhan entrance. Once you finish the quests outside Karazhan, and the 2 quests Khadgar gives you for the Return to Karazhan dungeon, not the raid version of Karazhan, then Mage Darius will begin giving you quests to complete inside the instance. These quests are simple, but it will require a lot of running and instance resetting if you want to complete it all in one day. Do Mage Darius's quests on Heroic so that you can continually reset the instance to complete the next quest line. The last quest he will give you is clearing out the cobwebs, where you have to kill 40 spiders in the dungeon. Once that is done, switch the dungeon difficulty over to Mythic, and you will need to complete the timed run version of the first half of the dungeon to summon Nightbane. At level 70 in Dragonflight, this can be done easily. You'll need to click the 5 crystals, like in the quest Khadgar gave you. Once you kill the Curator and click the 5th crystal, your buff icon will change and you will sense the presence of Medivh. Run back down the tower to the entrance area and head out onto the terrace to find Medivh. Once you talk to him, you'll get the achievement One Night in Karazhan, and it will start a bit of role-playing before Nightbane spawns. Kill him and loot the Charred Bones quest item. Go turn in the quest Mage Darius, and you'll get your ring. The ring is pretty handy if you want to farm the mounts from Nightbane and Nightmare, or if you want to farm transmogs from Karazhan. The other long questline item is the Blessed Medallion of Karabor that teleports you to the Black Temple, which is great for farming things like the Warglaives of Azeroth. The thing is though, the questline is extremely long and spans from the Shatrath introduction quest all the way to killing Illidan. For that reason, I'm going to advise you to follow a written guide for the questline for the sake of not having you sit through 45 minutes of me explaining every step. You can find a good walkthrough on Wowhead. I just want to make you aware of the item, and that if you decide to go for it, then prepare for it to take a while. And with that, let's move on to the next category, engineering devices. Every expansion has its own version of an engineering teleport device. The nice thing about these devices is that they're toys now, so you'll just need one to add it to your toy box. You'll need to be an engineer to use them, but if you have multiple engineers, then you won't have to make them on each character. A couple things to note are, the Classic and Burning Crusade versions are still restricted to either Goblin or Gnomish engineering, and you can only use the one for whichever engineering type you picked. Also, the Wormhole Generator in Dragonflight gives you the option to teleport to a specific zone once you max out novelties under the Mechanical Mind Tree. You'll have to first locate each point before you're able to teleport there. The last few items I'll cover are time restricted, meaning they're only available at certain times and not always accessible. The first item is the Boots of the Bay that lets you teleport to Booty Bay. To obtain these, you'll need to get first or second place in the Stranglethorn Fishing Extravaganza, which is only available on Sundays at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for NA realms and 2 p.m. Central European Time for EU realms. So convert this to your own time zone to figure out when it starts for you. The next item is the Fractured Necrolyte Skull that consumes the soul of a critter to make a portal to the Black Temple. This item is only obtainable during the Burning Crusade's Time Walking Week for 750 Time Warped badges. Each expansion's Time Walking event only comes around every few months, so if missing out during the week it is up, will have you waiting quite a while until it comes back. If you don't want to do the Blessed Medallion of Karabor questline, then this is a nice alternative to teleport you to the Black Temple. The next Burning Crusade Time Walking starts on December 19th and ends on December 26th, so watch out for it if you're on Christmas break. The last time-gated item is the Direbrew Remote that takes you to Blackrock Depths. This item is only obtainable through the annual Brewfest event as a random drop from the keg you receive from defeating Corrin Direbrew. For 2023, this event starts on September 20th and ends on October 6th. And that's my list for teleportation items for this video. It's always nice to have a few options to teleport around, and sometimes being able to teleport to a location makes the difference for whether I have enough motivation to go on and do an activity. Thanks for watching, and I hope you found this video helpful. If you like these sort of videos, then consider liking and subscribing for more. And until next time, take care.